Put your bolster to the front of the mat and sit over the bolster. Feet wide, hand behind your buttocks, lift your hip, tailbone under, and lay down over the bolster. The end of the bolster is in contact with the shoulder blades. The shoulder will go down toward the ground without touching the ground. If you're really comfortable, you can put your hands in a cactus pose. If it's a little bit too much, try and put it open wide to the side. If it's still a little bit too much, put it a little bit more toward the waist. Okay, beautiful. Push the back of your head away from the shoulders. Close your eyes. And start observing your breath. Observe every aspect of your breathing cycle. Observe which part of your body moves the most when you breathe. And especially, observe if there is any changing between your normal breath that you had normally and the breath that you have now with the bolster pushing your chest to the sky. Observe if this bolster is changing something on your breathing cycle. Observe the length of your breathing cycle, inhalation and exhalation. And observe the pauses between inhalation and exhalation, and between exhalation and inhalation. At the end of your next exhalation, take control and lengthen your breathing cycle without pushing too much. Keep a comfortable breath, but start lengthening your breath. Create a slow, long, and steady breath. Once that you are happy with this breathing cycle, focus your breath on the chest area. And try and open your chest with every inhalation a little bit more. Push the ribs to the sides. And even if you have some discomfort with this position, with the bolster pushing your chest to the sky, and the breath long, steady, try and push the ribs to the sides. The discomfort is not the end of the world. You're just pushing yourself a little bit out of your comfort zone. That's it. No more than that. At the end of your next exhalation, we're going to add another movement. Inhale, hold the breath just for a few moments, and push the ribs to the sides before releasing freely. Inhale fully on your chest, hold the breath, push the ribs to the sides before releasing. Long, steady breath. And even if you're working with your limits, keep a relaxed breath. Inhale fully, hold the breath, push the ribs to the sides, and release freely. 3 more times at your own pace. At the end of the third, go back to your normal breath. When you feel ready, roll on your right side. Stay on your right side for a few moments before pushing with your left hand to sit up. Okay, put the bolster into the front of the mat and sit on the back of the mat on your heels, knees open wide. Okay, sternum up, shoulder blades down. Inhale deeply. The exhalation, roll your hips forward and put your forearm over the bolster. Keep the arms active till the very tip of your fingers. Lower your chest, but in the meantime, pull your arms back into the shoulder socket. So imagine that the arms are going toward the waist, but in the meantime, the sternum is moving forward the bolster. The central part of your body moves toward the bolster. The outer part of your body move to your waist. Let your head fall down freely toward the ground, but keep on pushing back into the shoulder socket your arms. And there too, breathe deeply on your chest. Push the ribs to the sides with every inhalation. Arms straight and active till the very tip of your fingers. 3 breaths. At the end of your 3rd breath, slowly come up. Grab the 2 blocks and put the 2 blocks over the palm of your hands. Just the palm of the hands holding the blocks. And put your forearm again over the bolster. Okay. Without grabbing the brick, pull the arms back into the shoulder socket and try and go down. It will be hard to keep your blocks or want to keep your bricks parallel to the ground, but that's the aim. Keep on rolling the arms outward and pushing the arms back into the shoulder socket. Keep the palm of the hand facing the sky. Keep the blocks parallel to the ground. 5 breaths. At the end of the 5th breath, slowly come up. Okay, take the bolster, put the bolster a little bit more on the middle of the mat. Grab also a strap. Create a loop quite small. The idea is to have both arms inside the loop and 1 break between your wrists. So if you will have the strap quite narrow, you won't have any difficulties of keeping the break between the wrists. Okay. Keep the arm straight. Okay. Now, pull the arms parallel to the ground. Now, push the arms back into the shoulder socket. Shoulder blades down. So the movement is just that. You see? So the shoulders are really back. The shoulder blades are narrowing when you push the arms back into the shoulder socket. Okay. Shoulder blades down. Keep the shoulder blades down and start lifting the arms. And you will see that if the arms are really pushed back into the shoulder socket, when you arrive a little bit more than 45 degrees from the ground, you will have to stop because you cannot go any further. It's just an anatomical thing. When you arrive at your maximum, allow your shoulder blades to move a little bit higher and keep on straightening the arms to the sky. But in the meantime, keep on pushing the shoulder blades toward the waist. Okay. And release. Looks easy. It's not. I know. Okay, now we're going to use also the bolster. So the idea is to do exactly the same movement that we just did, focusing really on the arms back into the shoulder socket and the shoulder blades, but you can low toward the waist. But we're gonna lay over the bolster with the shoulders, shoulder blades. All right. Just like that. Okay. Okay. Lift your hip and allow your head to fall down to the ground. Okay. Arms straight, back into the shoulder socket, shoulder blades down toward the waist. And now start lowering your arms to the ground. There too, if you push properly the arms back into the shoulder socket, you will arrive in a point where you cannot go any further. Only there, allow your shoulder blades to move a little bit higher and go down to the ground. Bring the tailbone under. And create a slow, long and steady breath. Even though it's hard. Breathe deeply on your chest. Keep the lumbar spine lengthened, and to do so, tuck the tailbone under. Three more breaths. And clench your jaw. And at the end of the third, allow the brick to stay on the ground. Grab your elbows, move the forearms toward the belly. Allow your hip to go down to the ground and release your head. Okay. You okay?
Yeah.
Still not hating me? That's good.
It feels good.
Okay. This is, I know that this movement is really hard, but it will release the tension in that area where you have it. And this is the gentle version of what we're going to do now. So we're going to use again the strap and the block like we did. But instead of having the bolster, we're going to use a brick, another brick, just to have it behind, behind our shoulder blades. So with the block, the shoulder blades will be pushed to be flat over the brick. So it will be harder, but it will focus the where you need to release the tensions. So to prepare, just put your first brick in the middle of the mat. Put one arm inside the strap and grab the second brick. Lay down, and when you have your shoulder blades over the block, roll the arms outward to have the shoulder blades flat. on the brick. Okay. There, two. Lift your hip and allow your head to fall down toward the ground. Put the two arms inside the strap and put the brick between the wrists. Okay. Push the arms back into the shoulder socket and shoulder blades toward the waist. You can even push a little bit with your feet to help you move the shoulder blades toward the waist. When you're ready, start lowering your arms.
Is your bottom on the floor or not?
Nope.
Off the floor.
Off the floor, yeah. And tuck the tailbone under, so also your lumbar spine will be lengthened.
Yeah.
Millimeter per millimeter, allow your arms to go down toward the ground. When you arrive at your maximum, allow your shoulders to rise up a bit, to keep on going down to the ground with blocks. And stay there. Even though it doesn't look like, it's a quite active pose because you're using your legs, you're using your abdomen, and you're using shoulders and arms. The only thing that you don't use is the muscles on your face, so relax the muscles on your face and clench your jaw. Relax the skin of your face. 3 more breaths. And keep on pushing slightly with the feet against the ground to create a tension behind your shoulder blades, between shoulder blades and brick. At the end of the 3rd breath, leave the block on the ground, grab your elbows, put the forearms toward the belly, and slowly, slowly let your hip go down to the ground and roll on your right side. Stay on your right side for a few breaths before pushing with the left hand to sit up. Tabletop position. Okay, inhale deeply. With the exhalation, push your spine toward the sky and observe the tension between the shoulder blades. Inhale, roll your hips forward and look at the sky. Exhale, look at your belly. Inhale, look at the sky. Observe which part of your body, of your spine, move easily, and which part need a little bit more freedom. Synchronize the movement with your breath. When you inhale, remember to move the shoulder blades toward the waist, to allow also your chest to move forward. One last time. Okay? Walk forward with your hands, tap the tailbone under, and lower the chest to the ground. Arms straight. The elbows are not touching the ground. Walk a little bit forward with your hands to have the buttocks rise over the knees. Even more. A little bit more. Yay. Okay. There too. Push the arms back into the shoulder socket and push the two shoulders apart. In the meantime, push the chest to the ground. Three breaths. Keep on pushing. Keep also on rolling the arms outward and pushing the shoulders away from each other. At the end of the third breath, if you're comfortable, look at your hands. If you're not super comfortable, 3 more breaths in the same position. 3 long, steady breaths. Observe that if you're looking at your hands, you're focusing the opening on the upper part of the spine. At the end of the third breath, slowly walk back with your hands. But take your time. Okay. You okay?
Yeah, I'm just so stiff in this right shoulder.
Yeah, because it's where you have all the tension. Is even though we worked on this area, just remember that we have a huge muscle that is the trapezius that is attached here in between the shoulder blades. Here, just at the base of the skull, and in here. These huge muscles cover all the other inner muscles. And when you have tension, that one will work. Most of the tension will be on the trapezius. Mm-hmm. So when you do all those movements, especially if you have all those thoughts, worries, it will be tense in this area. So even though you think that we're just working on the shoulders, we're not. We're working also in this muscle, which is tense. So that's why you feel it stiff. It's just that. Is it okay that it's
yeah.
Okay, no pain.
No.
That's good. That's what is super important to know. Okay, now take the bolster again and sit over the bolster in a comfortable way. It is just like that. The spine will be straight, okay? Sternum up, shoulder blades down, straighten your arms in front of you, and there too, push the arms back into the shoulder socket. Interlace your thumb and bend your elbows to have the elbows around 90 degrees. Keep the elbows more or less aligned with the shoulders. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. And without losing the grip, start pushing the two elbows apart. Breathe deeply on your chest. Almost there. Relax your face. and release. Okay, straighten your arms in front of you. Interlace the thumb on the other side. Bend the elbows, shoulder blades down, elbows aligned with the shoulders, sternum up, shoulder blades down. And start pushing the two elbows apart. Breathe deeply on the chest. Observe that the more you breathe on the chest, the more you can feel the muscles under the armpit. It's not the end of the world. Keep a relaxed breath. And release. Put your hands on the thighs and create circles on the shoulders. There too, without pushing too much and without lifting the shoulders. Keep the shoulders down and just create a small circles. Just a sort of vascularization of this area. Also on the other side. Okay, grab the strap. Keep the strap really wide, arms straight. Not that much, a little bit less. Okay, and then lift your arms and lower the arms behind your back. There too, without pushing too much. Focus on moving the two shoulders in the same movement, in the same moment. Because we always have one shoulder which is stiffer compared to the other one. So one shoulder when I move first, but since we're the boss of our body, it's up to us to decide. And so let's move the two shoulders together. If you're really comfortable, try and walk a little bit closer with your hands. But if you feel that it's almost impossible to move the two shoulders together, go back. It's not a challenge. Just listen to your body. And again, if you can, walk a little bit closer for the last try. But there too, if it's a little bit too much, open a little bit. Not a problem.
I can't. So.
No, the two arms have to be straight.
Yeah, I can only get straight over.
Yeah.
And I come back.
Okay, so open a little bit more. Open a little bit more. So it will work in the good way. Okay? Yes. Perfect. Yeah, it can be hard because we're just working on knowing our body. Because, you know, the body is a quite lazy machine. So it will always find the easier way to find something, to do something. So it's up to us to decide what we're gonna do. And we're gonna talk to our body, say, hey, it's me, the boss. You're doing what I want you to do, not what's easier, especially in yoga. Okay, perfect. Put the strap on the side. Put the bolster on the side and go back in tabletop position. Okay. Walk a little bit forward with your hands, just a tiny bit. Okay. Open your fingers as wide as you can. Roll the arms outward and roll also the hands a little bit outward to have the index finger pointing forward, straight forward. Okay. Move your feet apart, just as wide as the mat. Tuck the toes under, roll the arms outward, shoulder blades toward the waist. Push the shoulders apart, and without compromising all those movements, inhale deeply. With the exhalation, push your buttocks back and shoulders down. Keep the shoulders down and slowly start straightening your legs. Okay, push the arms back in. There too. Keep on pushing the shoulders apart, arms straight. Lift your heels as high as you can and push the chest or the collarbone, even better, toward the toes. Without compromising this opening, roll the hips forward to strengthen and stretch a little bit more your hamstring. And there, allow your heels to move down again, even if won't go as down as before. Roll your thighs inward. Sternum toward the ground, shoulder blades toward the waist. Roll the arms outward, shoulders apart. Keep on pushing your collarbones toward the toes. And there, breathe softly. Long, steady breath through the nose. Three more breaths. Arms straight. Keep on pushing the collarbones toward the toes. Roll the hips forward. It's not the end of the world. You're doing great. At the end of the third, slowly go down in child pose. Find your version of child pose, either with the knees wide or closer, either with the arms to the front or to the back, the one that is more comfortable for you. And let go. Let go. Breathe deeply. And allow the tension in your body to get released with every exhalation. Breathe deeply Exhale fully and allow the exhalation. Get rid of your tensions. Let go. Stay there for several breaths. Let go. Allow your body to relax. Slowly come up. Okay. For the next pose, you may need some props because it depends on the length of your body. So some people needs blocks or a bolster, some other doesn't need anything. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So we start from the child pose. And then we lift the buttock and we keep the top of your head touching the ground. But the idea is not to have a weight on the top of the head. It's really touching slightly. So that's why you may need some props to put under the knees. When you're there, you tag the toes under, we grab the outer part of our feet.
And you're like, okay, I'll do it.
But if you, I don't know if you already know this position, but in case, you can also put either the blocks under the knees. So if you have a long torso, for instance, this one is a good variation because you're still in the pose, but you have less weight on the top of the head, so you can push a little bit further. So grab the outer part of your feet. Okay. And start pushing your spine to create a beautiful arch. Observe the stretch between your shoulder blades. If you feel a little bit too much weight on the top of your head or on your neck area, grab some bricks or even a bolster to put under the knees. You can even try the two variation just to feel different feelings, emotions, or stretch.
Am I trying to curve the spine?
You have to curve your spine. The spine has to create a beautiful arch.
And was it even arching at all?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
But the idea is really to round your spine. And the more you push your spine forward, the more you will stretch, the muscles between the shoulder blades. The rhomboids, the two small muscles between the spine and the shoulder blades. Doing this, it will stretch. Just the last moment. And release. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. This one, there is all the movement that we did today was really focused on the shoulder blades area and on the shoulders area. Finishing with this particular asana will stretch all the muscles that we contracted through the whole practice. Did you felt a little bit this stretching feeling?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just one question, and then we're going to move to Shavasana. Do you have either a bowl or a sort of peanut for kind of massage?
No.
I'm going to just show you a bit more like that.
Yeah. Is it soft or?
No, it's really hard.
Uh-huh.
It's really super stiff because I cannot really put my...
Yeah, I can see, yeah.
And this one will could really help with releasing the tension in the fascia. So for instance, if I have a tension in that area, which I often do actually, you can put either one bowl, or if you find the peanuts, so the two together is even better, because you just lay down over there. The spine is between the two bowls, and you just stay there. It's super uncomfortable, but the more you stay there, the more the tension will get released. So you simply put the pressure where you feel the tension. When you feel where you feel the tinglings, you just stay there. Because the fascia is a structure which is is not elastic at all. It's more like a plastic kind of thing. So need a slow and long pressure to get release the tensions, but it really helps. So in case also, actually you can use everything, because you can also use some, I used some glass, I used everything. Everything, because sometimes I didn't have that. So, and I just felt the need to release that tension. So I just found something stiff and I just laid down there. So try that too. Maybe, well, not today, or well, maybe later, but try that too, because it will really help releasing the tension on the fascia. Okay?
Yeah.
Shavasana, straight away. Find all your props that can be used to be comfortable in Shavasana, so in the corpse pose, because we're almost at 9. And Shavasana is super important. That you try and keep the shoulder blade flat on the ground. So to have that, roll the arms outward. And if you can, try not to use any cushion, any pillows behind the head, So it will be more inlined, because there 1, 2 will help you release the tension in the trapezius. Close your eyes. And just before relaxing, try and do a scan of your body. To observe if there's some tension, where they are. And bring your breath in the area that is most needed to get released. At the end of Shavasana, I'm gonna chant a mantra. And at the end of the mantra, I will guide you out of the pose. Till that very moment, relax. Tvameva mata chapita tvameva tvameva bandhu chasaka tvameva Tvameva vidya travinam tvameva Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva Tvameva sarvam deva deva Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Really slowly, start moving your fingers and toes. Bring back the awareness into your body. Inhale deeply and exhale fully with your mouth. That old tension get released. Last time. Bend your knees, roll on your right side, and push with the left hand to sit up. Ten. Now, if you have time, we can sing. We can chant the Om. Otherwise, just go.
Fine.
You want to chant?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So keep the spine straight. Put your hands in Yan Mudra or Shen Mudra. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply. Put your hands in prayer position in front of the chest. Open your eyes. Namaste.